Good morning, Tobin here, recording from the Jungle Temple, year 3. I rarely get over to this other part of the property. It was the undeveloped kind of farmland for the past couple of years as I've planted everything up and worked on, construction of all the driveways and getting this food forest planted out in the front. And now, obviously, you've seen in recent months we've begun to work on the restaurant and store space. But I want to record this section today because we are soon, this year, 2023, with partners, friends, and family from all over the world, actually, building rentable Airbnb spaces. Hopefully, we're aiming for about 8 to 10 glamp tents and geodesic domes. And I say that like an OE because I don't know if it's geodesic or geodesic or how do you say it exactly, but I'll learn as we get into this a little bit more. But anyway, I wanted to record this as documentation of what the land and the space looked like prior to installing these units, we should say. And also, behind me, behind this almond tree that's been eaten by the ants here, we have this space, So this little kind of shed space that we're going to update the roof, update some of the wood structure with metal, and then that's going to be a community bathroom and shower stall area. And then over my shoulder this way, you've probably seen this in early videos of us cooking in there, that's a community kitchen area that's also like a hangout space. So it's about 1,000 square feet, and that will be available for all the Airbnb renters, short-term rental stays. They will be able to commune in there and cook and use the full kitchen apparatus. We have maybe 7 or 8 pieces of cooking equipment in there, from traditional ovens to rocket stoves to slow dryers, slow cookers, rice cookers. I have a bunch of stuff in there. So anyway, right by the mango tree, the big mango tree will be built out like a natural living space, or a natural bathing space, I should say. We'll probably have 1 or 2 toilets there. Probably a couple urinals for males, and then I'm hoping about 3 shower spaces we'll have there. And then we may or may not be installing bathrooms into the domes and the cabins themselves. It's going to be based on what the investor of that specific, or my partner for that specific unit, personally prefers. Okay, so anyway, that's the intro. And then here over me, from the houses to the structure, and then to where the units will be, we'll probably have some type of concrete pathway that will form. And now you'll see I'm just passing through. So we have a concrete base here. It just needs to be kind of swept up a little bit, cleaned from the leaves. But I would say this is about, 300-400 square feet. And this will be the community bathroom bathing area. And then we're backed right to the jungle here that goes all the way back to the river, uninterrupted. There's no houses. It's a little cut down because this is grazing land for horses and cows of my neighbors, so you'll have very cool aesthetic neighbors here. And then this area, so we step out, and there will probably be an entrance maybe on this side and maybe another on that side, maybe for the showers here and the toilets there. And then over my shoulder, we have another shed that's filled with wood right now that we're going to move over to the restaurant to use for cooking. And then this area will be some of the first cabins, and then as I rotate, the rest of them will go all the way down to the end of the property towards that big tree there. So the living spaces will start there. That's a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom cabin. And then they will start to come down here along the lime trees. And we have plantains and avocados here. This may actually be converted to either a horse stall or another cabin. We'll put a concrete foundation and just build some walls. And then here, I'm going to kind of time lapse it as I walk all the way, but we'll have potential for 1 cabin here, or dome here, so 2. And then I have some mora and some Costa Rican cas planted. Here's sugarcane right outside the front, and we're building this living wall, living fence to separate my house and my property visually from this area to make it more private. I'm also growing some along the back here, along with yucca, avocados, more limes. This is more blackberry, so in between some of the cabins I'm already setting up foods where the spaces will be delineated, and then I'm going to time lapse it as I walk through. So I'm at the end of the property. We've got these big trees for shade. And these are big guanacaste trees that are just going to get bigger and bigger. And then the view from the corner cabin, which would probably be the most exclusive, nicest one to have because you have the mountain views in the back. Try to get the full view there. The beautiful mountain views, peaceful, no neighbors. And then back here, just general forest, and it's regrowing the native forest here that used to be a teak farm. So you'll have a trail where the cows and horses go towards the river, which you can also, guests can actually use going through this little gate, going back towards the river. It's about 1 kilometer in the shaded walk there. As you can see, the mountains over my shoulder. And then here, it's all privacy backed, and I'm actually filling in a lot of these gaps with flowers. So that's going to be all pinks, yellows, purples, oranges very soon. And then we have big water apple trees. So these are manzana de agua. There's 4 giant trees, and they will be fruiting soon. So they fruit 3 times a year. And these will be nice privacy blockers and also free food for any of the guests staying along this line. So as you saw in that time lapse, this line here, I'm sorry, I'm not tracing it properly. This line can fit about 7, 3 on that side of that little river gap, 4 on this side, and then we could probably fit another 2 here, completely safe from any water during rainy season. So yeah, this is where in the near future you will be seeing Airbnb spaces, geodesic domes, and glamp tents of all variations, offering a unique Airbnb opportunity for not only people in Costa Rica and tourists to come visit, but for my friends and family who are investors to come and stay on their own. And you guys can come stay. Some of you who are watching this video is made for you because you're early investors and partners that we've been discussing this idea, and now you can see the land that it's going to be on. So again, this is the back corner, and you can see even in the middle of the day it gets shade, and it's only going to get more shade with the more I plant. I'm going to be planting this whole line, which I've already got seeds in, and this will be all flowers and bushes and trees. This one's going to be a nice yellow flower that you see other places on my property. We've got fruit trees and everything planted along here so that it creates a nice, beautiful, edible, floral, aromatic environment for the guests as they're walking in and staying. And we may or may not do concrete walkways here. We may just keep it well trimmed, not like it is now, but we may just keep it short grass so people can walk around barefoot and be connected to the earth always. And then of course, during rainy season, we have the river that flows through the property. So there's always the sound of flowing water pretty much all year round, whether from the big river in the background. And as you can see, I just traversed where all the living spaces will be. So in coming years, this will all be developed with private living spaces that will be rentable. So coming soon. I just wanted to get the before of this side of the property, so it's historic now, as people have been telling me and advising me I should be doing. So back into where the community bathroom will be. Right now this is just a little bit of storage for my outdoor stuff, and soon this will be constructed into nice natural walls like peat moss built, or cork, or some type of natural material we're going to use. Maybe a little bit of more concrete just to reinforce some quality and some aesthetics, and then probably bamboo and things like that to really match that Costa Rica jungle vibe. So thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for more.